All right, morning, kiddos. We're going to talk about VAC. Yesterday we talked about VDC. You would not check VAC with a VDC side because it could damage your meter or blow it up. The electrical pressure on AC voltage is much higher than VDC. One VAC is alternating current. It goes negative, positive, negative, positive. DC stays negative one way and stays positive the other. It does not alternate. All right, we're going to talk about the VAC, which is voltage alternating current side of the meter and outlets. Let's talk about some of the characteristics of extension cords and outlets on your wall. All right. If you'll notice, like I was telling you yesterday, this one's longer than this one. For some reason, which I understand, but we'd have to go in a lot deeper. But remember that the bigger the port, the bigger the slot, that usually indicates that's neutral or ground. The smaller the slot, this is the hot side. This part would be the part that would shock you. All right. This is the safety. This is what protects you if you accidentally get a short or you accidentally touch it, because electricity takes the path of least resistance, and that's what this is for. That's why you don't break off that third prong. It's to protect you from being injured. Okay. Yes, it will still work without that, but that's not a good idea because this is what protects you. All right. Also, here's a wall outlet. Same way. Notice how this is longer and this is shorter. Neutral, ground, hot. All right. And safety. And if you'll notice over here on the small side, it's copper looking or gold looking. Okay, that's usually the hot side. That tells you that's the hot side unless someone wired it wrong. All right. And if you'll notice, it's just silver. It's just silver on the neutral side. And if you'll notice, the neutral safety is right here. This is the safety ground that gets connected here. It's always on the same side as the neutral side. This would be the white wire hooked up on the outlet. And this would be the black wire. Black is hot. White is neutral. Green is the safety. Whoops, sorry. Green is the safety. White is the neutral, goes there. And then on the other side, if you notice, there's no ground or nothing. It's just one side and it's gold looking. And this would be black wire hooked here. All right. That's to just give you some of the examples of it. How would we check VAC? Well, if you'll notice on the meter, there's the slot right here. And we need to pay attention to a couple of things. High V and NCV. High V will tell me if I'm hooked to voltage higher than 50 volts. Even though 50 volts is high voltage, kind of considered high voltage. But this will mainly let you know if you got 120 or higher, because we're in the dangerous electrical pressure. This is the danger zone. This will tell you you're in the danger zone. This one here, if you did not want to check the voltage, but you want to see if it's live and it's got voltage, this is the non-contact voltage sensor. This, you can just get near an outlet and it'll make a noise and let you know that there is voltage present. If it doesn't make a noise and this red light doesn't go off, that means there's no electrical pressure near. All right? Like I told you, electrical pressure always creates a magnetic field outside. And the higher the voltage, the more you feel. For instance, those real high power lines, if you were climbed up, the closer you got to it, the more you would feel the electrical pressure. And then if you got close enough, you'd be electrocuted. All right, without even touching the wire. So let's check some voltage today. One, you notice the meter's off. We're going to turn it to VAC on the selector knob. You notice a couple of lights bleeped, and you notice there's zero. It goes to zero eventually. And if it don't, it's just picking up some field. All right. I'm going to turn on this outlet. Okay, I think I turned it on. Yep, the light's on. You just can't see it. But well, maybe if I make it dark there. See the light? It is on. So I'm going to take the meter, 2 leads. I'm going to put the black. Remember I told you the big slot is the negative, the ground, and the small one is the small. If you'll notice that it's bleeping, the red light's blinking. This red light is blinking. It's saying we're in high voltage. If you'll notice the reading, it says 123 volts. So that will kill you. That pretty much will. It's got electrical pressure. It can stop your heart. Really easy. All right. If you notice on the meter, there's no minus signs or anything like we would on VDC. But let's see if we do get the minus sign if we cross it. Let's cross it the other way. If I can get it out. All right. I'm going to put this in the hot side, and I'm going to put this in the other side. Hey, if you'll notice, there's no minus sign, so it doesn't tell you if you're politically correct. Remember, it alternates negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. That's why you won't have that, all right? Now, there is some tools other than a meter that when you plug it in that will indicate if the polarity is correct. But most of the time, a meter won't give you that indication. All right? So, if, let's say, you didn't have power, this is what it would look like. I'm going to turn the outlet off, and this will let you know what it looks like. So if I was checking this and looking at it, one, no high voltage is showing. All right? But we're giving a little bleed off, but that's because, remember, it creates a magnetic field. So if that's only 0.7 volts that you see, which really relates to nothing. All right? If I can get these out, I keep pushing them in too far. So if we had nothing, we're in that ballpark. You would know if we had voltage, okay? Also, let's use the non-contact. We're going to turn this off. We're going to use that button. If you notice, you don't hear no noise. Hear that noise? You see the light's red? It's telling me I'm near electrical pressure. I'm not making any contact. That's why it's called non-contact voltage. So when I get away from it, see the light goes off. Then when I get near it, light comes on. It's a little tool that's good to have to let us know. For instance, I'm getting close to my laptop. It's picking up the voltage in my laptop. So right in this area, it's not picking up the magnetic field, but the closer I get, see, I'm now picking it up. And if you notice, I'm not making any contact whatsoever. And I even interfere with it when I go around it, okay? And it's still off. I've got it on now. See it getting a little louder. Got it? And that's what the NCV is. Non-contact voltage. This is another way to see if you got any electrical pressure present at the outlet without having to use the leads. All right? Hopefully you got a better understanding of the meter. And I hope you enjoy. And wash your hands and be conservative.